Yo guys, what's going on? This is Tony here with the deck you all have been looking for. This is the classic Lavaloon miner with Inferno Dregs, Skelly Dregs, and the double light spell along with Barbarians. You guys have seen the deck. I've done plenty of videos on the channel about it. I did the 20-win challenge 10 times with this deck. I mean, guys, it's a strong deck. I got a lot of stats behind it. Top 500 ladder finish, a couple other things. I don't know. I'm not going to go into all of them. Plenty of GCs, whatever. Today I have the global tournament, which is kind of the peak of what I'm trying to accomplish with this deck. I mean, I've got everything else so far, but hopefully I am able to close out a good finish in the global tournament on both this account and my main. We'll have to see. I still have two other alts that I'm going to do it on. I mean, I've done it on this account, but also, guys, I don't know if you could notice, we got the clan, boys. As you can see, YouTube Tony is officially a thing. This is the clan for the channel. Also, guys, the Discord server is now a thing also. The invite link will be in the description. Go check it out. It'll be the first thing right up top waiting for you guys. Go click that link, get in there. You'll get notifications for my uploads, stuff like that. So that's now a thing. This is now a thing. We got everything going, guys. The face cam, that's still in work. The green screen has arrived, but I gotta get a new overlay. So we're making moves, boys. We're making moves. But today, like I said, got this good, real strong Lavaloon miner deck. I do only have replays. Maybe I'll play like one live match at the end. I don't really know. But we're gonna definitely start out with some replays here. We'll probably go back Mega Knight. Giant Graveyard, regular Splash Yard. Splash Yard's pretty tough, actually, which is different than usual. And then this clone deck that is actually meta. Maybe I'll find one other one. I don't know, guys. Whatever. Let's just hop straight into them. I guess we'll start with the most recent one, the most intense match, this 20th win against this clone player here. Okay, guys. So starting hand wise, not too good. With this one, or obviously Lava Hound first play, always with this deck. You'll see me probably do it in a couple of these replays. Honestly, don't remember the matches. But with this hand, I probably Miner. Yep, okay. Miner's very standard. If I don't have Miner or Lava Hound, I usually just like Zap Tower. Sometimes I'll split Skelly Dregs or Inferno Dragon. Zap the Skelly Barrel, pretty standard. Now, he goes for a Cannon Cart in the back. I believe I Barbs in response. Yes, okay. Oof, little high on these barbs, guys. Every time I see it, yeah, I realized it right after I placed them. Just a tile or two high up, but I didn't want to risk them not tanking, but it was just kind of a misplay. It's alright. I start up an Inferno Dragon. At this point, I have realized what deck it is, guys, but with the Inferno Dragon walking here, I believe I Lava Hound in front here to tank for my Inferno Dragon. And guys, right off the bat, I'm going to hit him with a Loon in just a second here. He wastes his hunter, guys. You got to realize with decks like this, if they waste their 2 air counters, you can kind of just destroy them. So sadly, the giant skeleton lives with just a little health, and that's going to allow him to clone, which will do a ton of damage and actually take my tower. So I probably could have done that better, but it's all right. We're now even 1-1. I'm up 3 elixir, which is good, but just kind of tough there. I could have done better, you know. I believe I just cycled a miner on the tower. Didn't really have much else in hand there. And then I believe he giant skeletons. Yeah, okay, yep. I did Zap Tower as well, just to cycle another card because I didn't have Lava Hound. I have a pretty bad hand up to there. Finally get to Inferno Dragon. He can't do anything about this Inferno Dragon. If he wastes his Hunter, I get great Barbs value. And if he goes Flying Machine, I get to just Skelly Dregs like you see. So really not a whole lot he could have done there. The entire giant skeleton dies, and then I go aggressive because I know his flying machine's out of hand. And that Loon Barbs push will get a ton of damage as the Loon connects tower. I zap the Skelly's on defense there, if you were looking. And just like that, guys, his tower's down to 400 health. Looking really good. Now, he goes for a giant skeleton aggressive. I just Inferno Dragon and drag it back with Barbs. Now, I know he's going to clone here, so I have arrows, which are very strong at killing Skelly Barrels because they're staggered. So you can sometimes, hit both, or you can usually hit both as long as you don't screw it up. Now, I tank for my miner with the Loon, which is kind of a little cool play. Normally, obviously, you tank for the loon with the miner, but that time it was the miner for the loon. This tower now at 116 health is in zap arrow range. I just started up another defense here. I kind of didn't really think this through, guys. I should just Skelly Drags on defense, but I do arrows. It's fine. Not a huge deal. Yeah, I literally say oops. It just kind of prolongs the game a little bit longer. He did hunters in the to catch my loon that was in the pocket. He also catches my miner, but the zap and then cycle the Skelly Drags, and then a set of arrows will be the game. So just like that, got the dub against a not terribly hard matchup. The arrows and zap get a ton of value against all the bait aspects of that deck, and really hunters their only counter. Flying Machine just doesn't do enough. So honestly, not a terrible matchup. You should always win. Inferno Dragon gets a ton of value. Arrow Zap gets a ton of value. Barbs gets a ton of value. Just so many things. But Graveyard, Splash Yard, this deck right here is actually a little bit tougher. Now, the problem is the Baby Dragon with the Bomb Tower, NATO, and the Ice Wizard. He can stack up units, and it's kind of hard to kill them. The only thing that I have really is this miner gets so much value. So keep in mind, watch my miners. Miner is the big thing in this matchup that a lot of players don't realize. So just kind of watch what I do with that. Let's just hop straight in to the replay and starting hand. Okay, once again, no Lava Hound. That's not ideal, but I probably just honestly wait because Splasher usually does make the first play. But let's see. I probably Zap Tower if I do anything. Okay, yep, so I do Zap Tower. With that hand, I don't want to use Inferno Drag or Skelly Drags, because if I waste one, like if I waste Inferno Drag and they have a tank, then I'm kind of in trouble. And if I waste Skelly Drags and they have a unit kind of like a Battle Ram or something, I'm in trouble. Just like a more bridge spam unit. Now, we're going to have a little bridge war here. I spend 8 and he spends 11. So right away, I'm coming out ahead. Now, you got to remember, he also just used his 2 air counters, so I'm going to get to Lava Hound, and guys, he's not going to have anything right away. He could have gone for a Night Graveyard, but I do have Barbs, which he would have just fed me more value, so actually well played there on his behalf for not going for a offensive Graveyard, as it would have cost him. But guys, this defense is going to be rough. I immediately go for the Balloon, and then watch this play. I wait for the Ice Wizard, and then I go Miner and Arrows. Now, you're probably wondering why I Arrows. I didn't want my Loon going near that death damage, so you see the Loon's now full health. Guys, watch for this play right here. This is a really good play on my behalf. I go Skelly Drags at the bridge opposite lane, which looks really weird, but look at the amount of damage these things are going to do. I mean, he has nothing for them. They are just raking in tower damage. And just like that, we hit him really hard. He goes for a Graveyard. Barbs clean up pretty well. Baby Dragon will splash my tower and, get some good damage and all. But not enough. I mean, guys, look at all 3 of his towers right now. My tower is going to go down to maybe 600 health or so. He's going to have 2 towers at 1100 and his King Tower at 1300. So, really strong starting sequence. Those Skelly Drags really got a lot of value. I just zapped this Barbarella. I don't really want to take too much damage. I gotta be careful. If he defends well, I could lose this game. So, he goes Knight in an awkward spot. I really don't know why. I think he was just trying to pressure in an early response, which, I mean, he got from my Inferno Dragon. But, guys, this Bomb Tower, it's not very good. I mean, he has to Ice Wiz, and that's just gonna feed me Skelly Drag value. So, just like that, I'm almost guaranteed to take this tower. Balloon going in. I go Miner as well, and then I realized at this moment that he's going to probably Bomb Tower. He actually NATOs first. I throw my arrows just to get this Bomb Tower weakened, and then I zap to reset everything so that my Loon barely gets that drop. Now, even if my Loon didn't get the drop, I probably could have defended and gotten to another Miner, so I would have been fine. But even so, we're looking good. We're just keeping his units on his side, and then Skelly Drags, Miner, Arrows, and zap to defend to finish up this game. And just like that, guys, we get a nice clean dub here. Looking great. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 down. Or 2 games won, I guess, not down. But like I said, that matchup can be tough. I mean, he didn't play it great, and to be fair, the Miner really makes it like super easy. I mean, you saw my Miners, like I said, if I told you guys to watch. On all the Ice Wizards, on the towers, it's such a good card to have in that matchup. Now, Giant Graveyard. This one can be a little bit tough. The problem with Giant Graveyard is cards like, okay, Bats are like useless, which is very good, but the actual Graveyard and the Giant, they both have the same card that I use to counter them, which is obviously the Barbarian. So if he splits up his pushes, along with the mini P.E.K.K.A. also, if I like waste a miner, he can get good mini P.E.K.K.A. There's just a good giant graveyard player is a very big issue because I can't miner the muskies because he can pressure the mini P.E.K.K.A. And if I do miner a muskie, he pressures the mini P.E.K.K.A. I use barbs on that. I have nothing for the giant or the graveyard. So a lot of big issues with this deck, or this matchup. But at the same time, he can't really stop my Lavaloon pushes. So it's a very offensive matchup. You'll see just how, you'll see how offensive we both play, how we both take towers, pretty standard things. To be fair, that last graveyard matchup, I did a lot of damage to all of his towers as well. So, but anyway, look, starting hand-wise, I did miner, and then I just cleaned up with the zap there. He goes for a Musketeer, which sadly I don't have Lava Hound. You'll see a lot of the time if they use their Musketeer, I'll go Lava Same Lane. I believe you'll see that in the next replay. But I go for some Skelly Drags here. He goes an Arrow Zaps them, which is very interesting because they already were dead to my Skelly Drags. But it's whatever. At this point, I know the deck already, and so I go Barb's Loon, knowing that he has nothing really other than bats. And quite frankly, bats isn't going to be enough. So I go for some arrows here. And just like that, guys, my Loon's going to get 2 drops. It might have gotten 3 if he hadn't arrowed. I don't know. We might have taken tower, but whatever. Mini P.E.K.K.A. unfortunately gets a second swing. And just like that, I'm up 800 damage, only down 1 elixir. So in a very good spot early on. That first push went really well. You could see the pure power that I hit him with. But he is up in elixir, so I believe he'll go aggressive if I remember. Or no, wait. I don't remember, guys. I don't remember. But okay, so he goes Muskie in the back. Now I Lava Hound same lane. That is the play that I was talking about. When they go Muskie in the back, I'll almost always Lava same lane. And then that way, I will have a counter in hand. Now, I know at this moment he's going to go Giant Graveyard. So I go Barbs in the back, split 1 off to the right. See that 1 Barb that was supposed to go off to the right? It actually failed, but normally he will. He's stuck down at the bottom. You guys see the point. Skelly Drags on defense just to clean up. And I have 5 Barbarians alive, so we're looking very strong here. Now, like I said, he doesn't have a whole lot to counter my stuff. So, I go for a Loon on offense. I probably should have gone for a Miner on offense and then zap the bats. But, hindsight's 20/20. So, I also could have zapped tower. A couple misplays, but it's fine. Loon gets 2 drops here, barely on the second drop. Guys, that thing had no health. And just like that, he's at 1100 HP. Now, he goes Giant Graveyard. I have literally nothing. So, I just tank the Musketeer with my Lava Hound and go Barbs on defense. I do need to zap for the bats as well, as they would have done a lot. Now, that Skarmy gets no value. I know a lot of people would have arrowed there, but that's just not needed. I know that I can go for a Loon on offense, go for a set of arrows to finish off the Muskie, and that's just not going to be enough to defend, even if the Loon, or even if the Miner didn't get on tower, the Loon death damage would be enough. Actually, it was enough anyway. Whoops. I don't know what I was going for there. But whatever, guys. You saw what I did. I got the dub. The Musketeer is the only big threat, and he did not utilize his mini P.E.K.K.A. nearly as well enough as he needed to. So, there you guys go. Game number 3. We'll go for this Magonite one next. It's quite tough with the Musketeer and the Uwiz. And obviously, cards like Poison, but we'll just hop in here. The issue with Magonite, or just any deck really, if it has Musketeer, if they can keep their Musketeer alive from my miners, I'm in big trouble. And Magonite is great at doing that because he can drop it on the Musketeer. Luckily, this guy wasn't the best player I've ever seen, but at the same time, he wasn't terrible. But he does have Magonite and Skeletons, which I'm not used to, so that's a new one. But I just go for a Balloon on offense on this first push. And I believe he actually goes for a Graveyard, and at that point, it's really just a tower trade. So, Skelly Drags on defense, he goes for a Poison. He's just full sending this offensive first push of his. And now, obviously, I took his tower. I will Miner on defense. Sadly, the Magonite jumps, which is quite annoying. But, guys, now he has no elixir, and I get to play aggressive. So, I go for some Barbarians in the pocket. He barely gets this Goblin Cage down in time to get my Barbs away, and then a Snowball, I believe, to just kind of knock everything back, finish them off. So, or actually no, he goes for Skeletons, but he took a lot of heat. His King Tower's at about half health. Now, guys, I make a fatal misplay on this next push, and I'm going to tell you about it now. I've seen a Musketeer, and I've seen, Magonite Graveyard. I assumed it wouldn't have an E-Wiz. You never want to do what I'm about to do if you think that there's even a chance that he is an E-Wiz. But guys, he had one. I've never seen a deck with Musketeer and E-Wiz. But this guy, he had it. He was ready for it. So, very tough there. He, obviously, that, the Magonite and the Musketeer and the E-Wiz, I didn't see it coming. I do Miner. I probably should have Lava Hounded or Ballooned on offense. Looking back, not a great play on my behalf. Not very good at all. But Loon here, honestly, guys, I thought that was going to be game here. I didn't think there was any chance he defended the Loon. I even go Barbs in the pocket just to try to distract the left tower, and I thought that Loon was getting there, but apparently not. Now, at this point, I'm scared, boys. I am scared. He's got the Magonite. I go Skelly Drags. I'm like, I gotta defend. I gotta kill the Muskie, really. He's gonna Graveyard, and I'm not ready for it. And boom, there's the Graveyard. I'm sweating bullets, but we have a clutch set of Barbs. These Barbs tank the Magonite and the Graveyard, and with a simple zap, we have just defended. We currently got the lead. It's honestly, this game's a lot more close than it needs to be, but I'm going to start cycling defensive units and being very careful that I don't get 3 crown because I can't defend nearly as easily as he can. So I go Skelly Drags, and then he makes a fatal misplay of his own. This will cause him the game. He goes for an Electro Wizard. That is the moment that I just full send it, knowing that he's just not going to be able to defend. Bada bing, bada boom. Even with the Gob Cage, there's really no way, guys, for him to stop the Balloon. And okay, never mind. Okay, I lied. Well, somehow that Balloon didn't get a drop. I don't know how. It's kind of stupid. It really should have. But this next Balloon, he doesn't have anything to stop it. But guys, that Miner was a big overcommitment. That Miner really screwed me because he gets a Gob Cage down. My tower's at 670. All he needs is one more Magonite hit. Luckily, he had another second. I threw some useless arrows also. It was bad. It was a bad game. I didn't play well. I should have won like 3 times like before then, but I just kept choking. But I got the dub, which is what's important. It was more just annoying to have to keep playing that far. And I mean, guys, less than 200 health, Magonite hitting for 268. It easily would have won in the game. So, like I said, kind of bad plays on my behalf, but his whatever. To finish this off, I'm not going to show you P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A.'s pretty simple. Golem off meta. This guy's terrible. I'm not showing you that. But this right here, this is a meta deck. This Lavaloon Royal Recruits deck. Royal Recruits got buffed. They're viable. I like the place they're in. They're definitely not broken. They're just a little bit more annoying. There's a couple decks with them. They're actually they do a lot more than you'd think. You'll see them get actually like a lot of value in this game. So he goes for a Hunter. Well played with the Heal Spirit. I immediately Lava Hound opposite lane. He doesn't really have time to put anything to support that Hunter, which forces him to Royal Recruits. Now, guys, here's the first set of Royal Recruits that's going to get a ton of value. I mean, I thought my Skelly Drag would clean up, but I mean, look at my right tower, guys. It's taking heat from this Royal Recruits. Now, I do go immediately for a Balloon, as I realized that he wasn't going to have a Hunter in hand. God, I could not think of the card. He also misplayed the Musketeer, said it locked onto my Lava Hound, which allowed me to fully take his tower, so that was all good. And then the Lava Pups will finish tower. Now, he has just rushed me. I try to go for a big brain play here. It will backfire. I should have just barbed way far to the right and then gone for an Inferno Dragon closer, because my Loon gets all caught up, allows the Balloon, my Inferno Dragon gets all caught up and allows for his Balloon to get 2 drops. So very annoying. I'm now down 1,300 health with a 1 elixir lead. Very bad situation. Now 2 elixir with that Heal Spirit. I go for the Lava Hound. I have Skelly Drakes in hand. I'm not too scared of really any of his units. I'm more just annoyed at this point. He has started up a Musketeer. He has Musketeer and Hunter. That's like really annoying to have to deal with both those units. Now he goes Fisherman and then I believe Recruits to tank for his Musketeers here. And I go for a Balloon knowing that he's going to have 0 elixir, which he does. So another tower trade here. The Fisherman does lock on and along with the recruits, I believe finishes the tower off, or maybe not quite. Okay, yeah, so it lives with 134, but he just hunted on defense, which almost saved his tower. He could have snowballed if he wanted to save it, but he chose not to. I do go miner on offense, as my hand is looking pretty, or no, okay, I cycle miner behind king, sorry guys. I could have done either. It wasn't really a big deal. Didn't matter what I chose there. But he goes for another set of recruits. Now, I thought these Skelly Dragons would do a little bit more to this fisherman and everything, but the big reason I played them was to bait out the hunter. Now, guys, he realized at that moment that he just wasted his one good counter for my balloon on defense, and just like that, he's down to 850 health. Now, he's got this nice little, two muskies hunter play, but I got barbs, and barbs shred literally everything so well. And just like that slight chance that it looked like he still had, it just got flushed down the drain. As my balloon approaches, the hunter dies, and a balloon drop will finish the game. Also, if my balloon died, death damage would have done it. So, you guys can see the power. I mean, even hunter decks, which are supposed to be tough, are very winnable with the Inferno Dragon, Miner, Arrows, and Zap. Now, RG is tough with this matchup if they have Ewiz. Ewiz with RG is brutal because your Inferno Dragon, your main RG killer, it doesn't get the value it needs to. It just doesn't. While your Barbarians are just going to get fireballed every time. So it's very tough. Their cycle is so cheap. It's literally, it's a 4.1 deck versus, I believe, I don't have it. Okay, well, it's 3.1. So, they cycle a lot faster than you, which is a big issue. I mean, obviously that Heal Spirit Skeletons, guys, they just get back to their counters so quickly. It's tough. But it's winnable if you outplay them. If they have Skelly Dragons and not Ewiz, just spam Inferno Dragon against RG. I wish I had an RG replay for you guys, but I don't. But I think that's going to be it. I was debating playing a live match, but I'm not going to lie. My voice is kind of tired, and I'm just overall tired. It's late, and I got school tomorrow, guys. First day of school, not fun. I am going into my senior year in high school, if you didn't know. So, fun little fact there. But, that's going to be it. Don't forget to join the Discord. Don't forget to join the clan. Here it is again, YouTube/Tony. Should pop right up. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you don't. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Just do everything, guys. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and peace out.